The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody? Good evening. It is finally Friday, my favorite day of the week. And, of course, we're not live on X, which is stupid because I just paid for a membership. But
like
thanks,
24
Elon.
hours.
This is so stupid. Anywho, we have a stacked house, packed show, and there's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. First off, Elon, why ain't I live? What's the deal? I've got David Applegate here. David, what do you know?
Same thing when I joined X. They say, oh, you're going to wait 24 hours to go live. But it actually 24 hours from the time you get your blue check mark, which I don't know what's going on, but I think Twitter's employees are slow walking everything. Heck,
my gosh. Why am I paying for it then?
Well, it will come on live. I mean, it is a year. So,
what do you mean?
When you're paying to go live, you did pay for a year, didn't you? Not a month.
No, I paid for a month. Just right now because money's tight. Anywho, right. Dr. Coffin Nails is next.
Hey, I'm Dr. Coffin Nails. I'm not live on Twitter, but I didn't pay for it, so I don't feel as bad as Seth does.
I'm kind of pissed. Yeah. And last but not least, Anime Night.
Hey guys, what's up? Hope you all are having fun on this beautiful day, and we're all excited. We're go out and vote November 5th. November 5th. Don't forget, go and vote.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
Never assume it. Every time, this is the problem. Every time the Democrats have started to lose, they just go quiet. Let the Republicans build up their confidence because they know so many people go, hey, Trump's got this. We won't show. And
this is why I'm worried. Republicans, God bless them, have such a gift for snatching defeat from the jaws of victory that it's like there is no scenario where you're always going to win. It's like something that is always in danger of happening. So I don't know.
And then something stupid happens, like they put in McCain or Romney.
Yeah, there you go.
How do you ensure you're losing? Well, I got one. Look, there are so many things you could look back on hindsight with. Absolutely, that's all part of the game. But I think it was a French politician, and it was actually one of the Jacobins said, "You play this game long enough, you end up getting played." And I think it was like one of his last words before he and his other fellow socialists were dragged out for the guillotine. You know, just because you think you're winning now, left, there's always going to be some outraged citizen who's going to go, you know what? The guillotine's getting a bit thirsty.
Man, this whole X thing's really ticking me off.
Yeah, I can tell, but it's been a horrible week, starting with the attempt to delete Trump, and every day we hear something new, just like boils your blood.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the internet outage, the riots in Lead. What? You import the third world and there's an insurrection? No. Really? Wait, isn't that what happened with every other country? Syria, Oman, Yemen, Lebanon, where you get a large number of refugees, and then what happens a few years later? The refugees take over.
Well, I'm going to post on X that we're not live on X because X is stupid.
Yeah, and then suddenly you'll go.
Elon's been doing a lot of dumb stuff lately.
here's
Sorry, Elon, but I got to call like I see it.
yeah, I did a video on it. Twitter fail. Come on, Elon.
And he's moving, moving Twitter to
on.
Texas is just going to bring all those people over to Texas. I mean, Texas could go blue within 10 years at this point.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, it's too
If
red.
he brings over all those San Francisco people,
No.
Floods the entire state.
But the thing of it is, though, is that they have talked about this forever, and it's not.
I hope you're right.
They reckon they reckon it keeps balancing because, right? See, Texas was blue, okay, but the Democrat Party long left Texas. And even the people who are Texan Democrats are not like the rest of the state. I mean, country.
Right. Well, LGB was from Texas. So, I mean, that was a big.
Yeah.
Who?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson. He was the crooked senator who wrote his own ticket in. He wrote his own victory.
He was after JFK. He was interesting factoid on King of the Hill. Hank's boss is based on him.
Nice.
Mr. Strickland. He's pretty much that was pretty much LBJ in a nutshell, was Mr. Strickland.
LBJ walked into the electoral office in 48, wrote his name on the winning ticket and on the certificate.
I'm seeing this on X. Senator Josh Hawley says whistleblowers have come forward, alleged that Biden DHS assigned unprepared and inexperienced personnel to Trump who weren't even Secret Service.
Yeah. Apparently, they were deputized police.
There was a whole lot of stuff that was strange about that.
You know, the building crooks climbed up on. There were three deputized agents inside. They saw him. They looked out the window. Did they do anything? Nope. Or one took their picture. One took his picture, sent it to the command center. So one did their job. That's about it, almost. But here's the thing we're learning this morning. He went through a security checkpoint with rangefinder. He went around using it unhindered. He was seen multiple times stopping, looking on his phone, and then moving his position and then checking with the rangefinder. He was getting orders in real time in text on his phone screen. And if anybody knows anything about MK Ultra, that is exactly this. All goes back to the whole point of why the government poured billions of dollars into the development of the mobile phone, and it was all part of MK Ultra, where they would be able to precision guide, their assets,
Yeah. Well, there's Anime Night. I didn't hear
because they scrubbed these. They could. The FBI. What are they going to do? They can make any message they want appear on your phone and disappear.
Yeah.
The whole point of the mobile phone was basically to take away the decision make, and MK Ultra was to take away the decision making process of the soldier on the ground to follow orders on command, no matter how stupid or ridiculous or life threatening. Yeah, he was following orders. He went through a checkpoint. So there's no gun, obviously. He's been photographed outside this building with no gun, no ladder. Who put the ladder on the roof and then took it away because the police later came and they said there was no ladder there. So there was at least one accomplice because somebody came and removed the ladder that crooks used to get on the roof. Crooks was seen climbing onto the roof. But where's the ladder? When the police came, there was no ladder, and they walked around the building saying, hey, there's no ladder here, thinking they were sent to the wrong building. So somebody cleaned up the ladder. Somebody planted the rifle. somebody was giving him directions. Somebody from the water tower ziplined down into the nearby cover and drove off in a black SUV. Now, that SUV allegedly has been tracked to Department of Agriculture and at a nearby testing facility. So
Yeah, and apparently the cell phone data came back as
black site, yeah, government
I heard a
communications.
police officer went up there and was confronted with him. When he had a rifle pointed at him, he just went back down.
Okay, he was actually, because they insisted, people were pointing and insisting that there's a man on the roof, and they said, "Where's the ladder?" You said they climbed up on a ladder. Nobody saw how the ladder disappeared. So, but that's because there's a fence between. What they're not telling you is there's actually a fence between the people and that building, so they could only get so close. They could only see like that angle, right, like this. So they couldn't see that side of the building. They could just see the ladder go up and push back over. So they assumed it was still there. Police said there was no ladder. So eventually they go back around here, push a guy up, and he was confronted by crooks, and he just basically pushes back off, and they scramble for backup. Now, according to the Sheriff's Department, that never happened. You have witnesses too saying that happened. And actually somebody photographed them running tail. Put up your hand if you think police officers who run tail should be fired.
Don't raise your hand if you're not paying attention.
Yeah. Hey, Anime Night, do you think
What?
Police officers who turn tail on active duty should be fired?
Oh
Yes.
crap! I was muted.
Yeah, and you're muted.
I think you froze too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta.
That's the first thing, right? Preserve and protect, not cover my ass like Vivaldi cops. I mean, those guys should have been fired too, not reassigned. Sensitivity training my ass. I'll give you sensitivity training. I'll find out how sensitive you guys are. I'll teach you to say yes, sir. But I think they should bring in some Marine drill sergeants and start drilling these people with some 5 a.m. discipline.
Yeah.
Because none of them have had the discipline of job to holster their guns. They all run in single file. They couldn't even get through They couldn't even get through a fence, right? They chain lock the fence. Oh, how do we get through this? I mean, oh my God, they didn't even think to heave people over while none of them had between them operating brain cells, any gumption to take action. And the only time they were seen ever taking decisive action is after the shooter is dead.
Yeah.
Now, the strangest part is allegedly the shooter had a bulletproof vest in his car, some IEDs. I mean, what are they thinking by adding all this extraneous detail? Oh, look how dangerous he would have been, on the run. That's bullshit. If he didn't break cover, he wouldn't have been seen. Right? He had been walking around for an hour, and the only people who had seen him were cops originally. It was only in the last 15 minutes when the public had seen him. There's just so many levels of incompetence in that. How is it that 10 witnesses can come forward and show you a flash from the water tower, and the Secret Service guys, who aren't Secret Service guys but attach detail, say, "Well, I didn't see anything." Well, your backs were to the water tower, so you had somebody downrange of you with a much obviously better advantage point at you, and you had your backs to them. If you weren't the intended target, I mean, if you guys hadn't, if obviously that shooter who was at the water tower was there to make sure that Crooks did not meet his appointments on Sunday. Well, at least he now gets to use these pronouns, they, them, was.
What was that one? It was like was. Instead of he, him, it was that was when.
Yeah. Instead of he, him, they was. Now, attacking the people who gave their condolences to the boy's father, that was wrong. Okay. The boy's father said, if I knew the gun was missing, first thing I would have done is called the cops. Even if it was my own boy, I would have called the cops if I knew the gun was missing. Because you just don't take a man's gun, even if it's, you know. And another thing he said, if he knew what his boy was up to, he would have hauled his ass he would have hauled his ass down to the station. You know, if he knew what his son was planning, to have some sense knocked into him. So you got to give respect for that, right?
But is it him talking, or is it a
family spokesperson? Because they are looking to sue the Secret Service, so they've got to be very careful with their own words too. But
of course,
they think. But the thing is, active shooter, there's no way you're going to win that case, right? But still, my worst fear is that this is another MK Ultra setup, because he has all the hallmarks of an activist. He joined the Republican Party, said beyond the newsletter, said no when Trump was going to be in town. Because if you join the Republican Party, even a $15 member, you get told when there's a special event in your town, right?
That's cool.
Get invites. That's why they do it. That's why activists do it. Plus, they get to vote And they
make a big deal out of it.
Pennsylvania joined the Republican Party for $15 a year just so they could vote for Nikki Haley.
Well, that's what they do. They join. That's why the Republican Party is so much weaker now, because that's all they've been doing. Is they get these people in there and they vote for the weakest candidates, and they get them in there.
They laugh. And then they laugh when they lose. Yeah. That's what they did with Jed in Florida. There's a huge history of Democrats voting in the Republican primaries. That's why there were a lot of closed primaries. But you can blame Nixon. You can blame all the way back to Lincoln. You know, they always thought, reach across the aisle, reach across the aisle, reach across the aisle.
Yep.
Are you going to cover the Tenacious D situation at all?
Yeah, I thought about it.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I'm glad that they're starting to get retribution for consequences for screwing up. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Well, I hope Kyle Gass I think that's his name, the other guy in there.
Yeah.
Will be getting a visit from Secret Service when he gets back, because I don't think you can, wish death on a president or a former president.
Well, as much as I like the fact that Jack Black stood up and he was caught off guard, as he said. Okay. People are upset at Jack Black for throwing a 30-year friendship under the bus. No, what's his name threw a 30-year friendship under the bus by using the stage as a political platform, not for the music that Jack Black was there to support.
What I heard was it was more like the canceling future plans for Tenacious D was more like you can't fire me, I quit situation, because I heard they were canceling their shows out from under them, so he pretty much had to say, you know what, just the tour is canceled, we'll refund you or whatever, because a lot of shows in Australia were canceling at that point. One of the politicians was trying to get him deported, wasn't he?
Yes.
Was it just because his comment?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they said his comment was incitement.
Right.
Oh.
Which it kind of is. I mean, you can't. I mean, imagine.
You can't say get up and try again. I mean, God.
Imagine after in 1963, after JFK was shot, if someone said, or was almost shot, and somebody else was killed, which in this case happened. A fireman was killed, and somebody made a joke like that in 1960. You think they would have got away with that? No.
Or no, just imagine, right? Or if it was 1963 and people were congratulating Lee Harvey Oswald, you imagine, right? How divided the country would have been. Well, that's the same thing. Nobody got up and congratulated the assassination of Martin Luther King. No, not even, everybody, even some of the KKK thought, well, that's too far. All we want is these people out of the country, not bloody murdered. A lot of people were really upset with the Democrats that day. But you look at the Reagan shooting, how they're treating the Reagan shooter now.
Right.
If that had been Lee Harvey Oswald, they'd be the same people have no morality. Everything's moral relativism with them now. And Tenacious D had shot themselves in the foot because after that statement, people were cancelling their tickets. People were outraged. The media, however, did not show the booing. They only showed the cheers at the start because people were still cheering as they came on the stage. They weren't cheering his statement. They had mixed the audio.
Oh,
they
really?
Misrepresented, yes. People, they had misrepresented the people. When he made that statement, people weren't cheering.
That wouldn't be the first time they did that to the audio.
Huh.
It's not the first time, exactly.
They took out the booing at some Hillary event, didn't they? Several years ago.
Yeah, they have a low audio machine now that see whenever you hear an audio and you hear this hum in the background in the slight bass area, that's a boo being what they call it, zero lined. I forget the machine. Those audio mixers, they find the range of the audience booing and they just zero the audio and they remix the audio so that it comes through. It leaves a slight telltale hum. Remixes. Yeah.
Ooh, dude. So the guy that tried to delete Trump was wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt, and I was wondering if they were going to make any kind of comment or a discussion about it. And the guy that owns Demolition Ranch has a video out. I'm interested in wonder what that's
shirts are not
like.
bulletproof.
Yeah.
Evidently not.
Shirts are not bulletproof.
Yeah.
So here's something weird that just happened. My entire my camera and microphone went down and I went to go turn it back on. My whole thing shut down. Like both screens and rebooted up. I'm like, uh-oh.
Hope that's not related to the Microsoft thing.
Well, apparently the problem is that CrowdStrike deliver all the security updates, and people who got CrowdStrike updated last week, they're all crashing. People who did not get updated last week, because they don't update everybody at the same time, but they've cancelled all updates until next Thursday.
A lot of government sites are down. That's a scary thing.
So CrowdStrike are bigger than you think, because that's why they're a multi-billion-dollar company, because they don't provide security just to 18,000 clients. Those 18,000 clients are very huge clients, like McDonald's and various banks around the world. But they also provide Microsoft security updates. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying they knew, but it seems very suspicious. The day after their share price peaks,
what's up, Willa Greg?
They sell their shares and then the collapse comes. CEO and Chief Security
Hey, Ola
Officer.
Greg.
Hey, Ola Greg.
Yeah. Hey, Greg. I just bought a new webcam and everything, so hopefully this shit stops, because this is the 8th time this week this happened.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a new one just in case.
What are you gonna do if you get that one and it's not that?
I have no clue. I'm probably gonna call my friend and ask him, hey, can you come on down and see what's going on?
Yeah.
He's more of the tech savvy dude than I am, so I haven't installed like anything outside of anything.
But I think there's things called drivers can often try to use the same interrupts, and they overlap each other. Particularly cameras use it on USB ports. They try to take too much power, so there's just so many things that can go wrong. It's just, and you think by now they would have fixed all these little niggling bugs, but no, they don't.
Yeah, it could be your webcam, because it seems to be glitching. Do you have a camera for your computer?
Yeah.
No, your audio's out now.
Oh no. I don't get it because I've got the crappiest laptop in the world, and I usually can get.
He's on a desktop.
That's why I bought HP, because.
All right, hang on, Anime Night. Can you go into your settings and look at your audio and see where your signal's coming from? Because if some microphones, like, sometimes if your connection isn't good, it'll bounce around to different audio inputs.
Yeah.
Audio microphones, whatever.
Yeah, if you have a glitch with your headset, it'll swap back to your main microphone.
Yeah, I wonder where your normal microphone is. Is it your webcam, or is it like your headset?
Yeah.
He's like cussing at the screen. Can you hear us? Oh, okay, yeah, he can hear us. That's so funny.
That's right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Or the new one. We cannot hear tomorrow.
Yeah. And there he goes. Boom. Crashed.
Dang it.
All right. I think the biggest news all next week is going to be Trump, obviously, because the RNC is explosive. It's probably the most fun conservatives had in a long time. You've got the libertarians showing up. But as you know, the Democrats had their meeting 3 days ago, and it was like, it's not actually the convention.
The DNC's not until
yeah, but what they had a fundraiser for Joe, didn't they?
I don't know. But I'm gonna watch the DNC just to make sure, see if there's anything newsworthy, and hopefully I don't turn into a stupid liberal.
But the thing is, in a blow to Biden, when they had the big fundraiser, the Teamsters didn't show up. And of course, who showed up 6 hours ago at the RNC? Well, 7 hours ago. The head of the Teamsters, as reported by the New York Times. Teamsters' latest speech to Republicans still reverberates. John O'Brien delivered one of the most memorable speeches to the convention, calling out corporations and business groups as anti-worker. It divided union leaders, because here is a union, one of the world. It's the world's largest, isn't it? Teamsters, world's largest union.
I don't know anything about Teamsters other than the fact that they're for keeping worthless people employed.
Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing: when you have the Teamsters given a standing ovation at the RNC, even the Blue Dog Democrats are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because there goes half their vote. If like they're not going to get every team's voting Republican, but they're going to get a lot of people out there now considering when the speech wasn't really about Trump, but having JD Vance bring a workers' agenda.
Welcome
to
back.
Trump.
I
welcome
disabled. I disabled my Elgato just in case, so I disabled that just to see what it does and hope for the
because there's
best.
something, there's something messing with your system, man. You got to isolate it.
Yeah. Hey, is somebody had talked about a poll. Is there a certain poll that you guys want to take a look at? I haven't looked at any of the new polls, so I don't know. I don't know what is what, but I'm interested in seeing.
This photo, Greg. And the reason why the Teamsters said they're endorsing JD Vance because he was the first Republican to stand up for the Teamsters over the rail union strike because they said the Democrats promised them all these benefits and all this other stuff, and that Biden sent in union busters. I know that unions do a lot of bad things a lot of the time, but that's right. They are the biggest Democrat supporters. And this unions turning against the Republicans in the 1930s is what put Roosevelt in power. And Roosevelt had offered the Teamsters minimum wage and huge incomes for government workers. That's how he bought the vote.
What do you guys all think of JD Vance? What do you think of that as a choice?
A lot of people are going to say he's a milquetoast Republican, but that's exactly what we need. We don't need a hardcore. Because don't forget, without the working class, you have nobody to buy your goods.
And he's young. He's 39, I believe.
Yeah, 39.
So
39.
that's,
And he can also argue with TDS because he used to be anti-Trump, and he can give every reason why to stop. Basically, why he said, "You know what? I woke up one day, and this is what I found out by meeting the man."
Did any of you see the movie or read the book Hillbilly Elegy?
No.
That is based on his life story. I highly recommend it. It's pretty good. It's on Netflix.
I think my mom is trying to watch it right now.
It should have got a theatrical release, in my opinion, and it was pilloried because by the media, of course, because the critics, because it's like, no, a white man can't be an underdog. It's like that was basically their big thing against
a privileged white boy a privileged white boy sub story. I think Joy Reid said,
he came from a very not privileged background.
Unlike Joy Reid, who's lived in apartment buildings, and the only struggles in her life was chipping a nail in prep school. I
mean, this guy went through a lot. If you watch the movie, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and basically, for those who don't know, an elegy is a poetic farewell. And he is giving a poetic farewell to his trauma. Right? He's airing his laundry so he could say, "This is my trauma. This was my trauma, not is my trauma."
Right.
And there's a lot of young black men who are going, "You know what? If he can do it."
Well, the left doesn't want a story like that. They don't want you to think you can succeed if you work really hard. They want you to think that it's always going to be stacked against you. And
you have to be crying to a therapist or drowning your sorrows in booze. You can't say, "You know what? I'm going to put work boots on." And there are a lot of people who I know. Look, not everybody's going to recover. not everybody is going to say. I mean, but there is a question mark over all these professional therapists, and it comes back to like Crook's parents were professional therapists, and they didn't even see the suicidal tendencies in their own son. That we all have professional blind spots that we need to be aware of. And with all these drug therapy counselors, where's the success stories? You know, like you've got more school teachers than ever. Where's the success stories? And when there is one like JD Vance, first thing they want to do, they want to foam over it and pour. They want to foam over it and put out that fire because it's not one of their own. Because I bet you, if you go through the true life of AOC, you'll find out that she was a LARPer who answered a casting call and only was given a job as a bartender to get her streetwear. That she was from the upper side of Brooklyn, not the, because Brooklyn's not Brooklyn's only can become depressed. Brooklyn was out of the depression in the 90s and was moving upwards until the Obama era. And Brooklyn's deeply divided north-south right now. But I mean, when Trump went to Brooklyn and you saw the turnout, you heard all the people, there are just so many people who said, hey, this Brooklyn was working until, this new mayor, this new governor, this new president. I know you can't go back to the old, but you can't keep changing things because you think life is unfair. Well, there's no such thing as fair. I forget who said it.
Benny Johnson just put out a video that scientist analysis of Trump bullet audio signatures revealed 2 different shots.
Well, they say there was between 5 and 8. It's a bit
shots. But I'm talking about this is 2 shooters.
Too many
different. Now I get what you mean.
Yeah. So, what's crazy is, man, it's so weird that we live in the age that people can use AI to recreate these shots.
Right.
These important life altering, things. And I've seen so many different AI setups where you just can't deny that there was multiple people there.
Well, we now know from different documentaries, even HBO, which is owned by the same people who own CNN, they've said Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't a lone gunman. The assassination of the recreation of the assassination of Martin Luther King showed there was at least 3 shooters. That in fact, the spot only the guy in the window wasn't even in the window. How's he going to shoot from the toilet window like that, open like that? It's ridiculous. Some of the claims they've come up with over the years.
Let's not forget. JFK was shot 3 times. He was shot. There were 5 shots. He was shot. He was shot in the front because when you look at the film, if you look right after he passes that street sign, like coming on down, he's going like this, like he just.
And when I dropped out.
Oh, dang.
What's up, Uncle Ruckus?
Hey, Uncle.
How are you fine white people doing it? I'm just kidding. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Hey. What up, David? What up, Dr. Coffin?
Hey, nice to see you.
Might I say, fantastic job last night on WCBS?
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was. It's always fun sitting in with the boys. Yeah, it's it feels it's funny because like hung out with him and everything, and it feels right like after like sitting in the being in the chat for all those years back in the day and in the groups and getting to know him, and it's like, man, it just kind of works, so I was happy to be there. It was a good stream, man. But yeah, sorry I'm a little bit late. I just got done waxing and washing the truck up for tomorrow and everything.
Nice.
I like the new name for your channel, Wrestling with Horror. I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, we've kind of like I've hit like a nice little burst. Like all the videos and the streams are doing well. We're picking up subscribers. Apparently, I've found my niche, which we had my old tag partner was on with us Wednesday night. He's gonna start joining us on Mondays, occasionally now. And I'm fingers crossed everything goes right and the creek don't rise. Next Wednesday night, I'll be getting in the ring for the first time in 7 years. And
dude, that's dope. You better put that on your channel.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna go over and bump around with some trainees at my buddy's school, some younger kids, in their 20s and shit like that. Kind of start shaking the ring rust off a little bit.
Cool. I got a buddy of mine. He does it locally, like small town. He's been training for 4 years, but with his job, he has yet to been able to make a show. He hit me up yesterday and was like, dude, I'm finally getting a spot in a Royal Rumble tomorrow. And
that's how it starts.
Let's go, son.
We got
our tickets. We got our tickets. We're ready to go. My son is amped. Dude, he's so excited to go see some wrestling like in person.
Yeah, dude. That's freaking awesome. And I'm gonna take Trey to the next show over there at my buddy's. It's Super Shogun Pro Wrestling. They don't have title belts. If you're a champion, you get a personalized samurai sword with your name on it that you do not. If you lose your title, they have a YouTube channel too. It's Super Shogun Pro Wrestling. The last episode just got uploaded. It's about 80 hours worth of editing to put the episodes up. My buddy does that himself that runs the promotion. Big shout out to Jared. But yeah, you win the championship, you win a samurai sword, and that is yours forever. If you lose the title, you still keep your sword, but you just relinquish your title as champion. So that's very unique. There's no other promotions. And they've got a couple guys that Vince called for tryouts that are working there right now. Loudy actually knew one of them, which was kind of funny.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah, we were sitting there and he's like, big dude walks by. He's like, I know him. He's like, hang on. I was like, well, shit, I know everybody on the card except for him. Like, All
right, so I do have a question. Me and my wife were talking. We were watching wrestling the other night. It was I think we were watching Raw, whatever. And I was like, what happens when somebody loses, like say for instance, Cody Rhodes, if he lost his belt, does he just like does he get a ceremonial one to like hang up on his wall, and then like they don't? I was just curious.
You can. I think like if it's a personalized belt like that, like his, once like say somebody else wins it, they go back to the regular title or another personalized one. Which I only like the personalized ones. Like Stone Cold Smoking Skull belt, special occasions. Like I hated John Cena's spinner belt, but if they retire that belt, then there's a very good chance that that'll end up with Cody at his home.
I was just curious, like do they get like a ceremonial one to be in their house, like hang up on the wall, or is it just like something that they legit pass around?
He might get the regular, like the old NWA, the 10 pounds of gold that got passed around. Like the belts that we had and never lost, 2,558 days, tag team champion. We never lost our belts. So every champion they've had after us has been illegitimate.
I think if you go through the Hulk Hogan site, you'll actually see he's got a wall of belts. I think in the 90s, for a while there, they did stop handing out belts every year but they've been through different periods. That's the problem.
Gotcha. I'm just curious.
But yeah, there's guys that, certain guys get, what they want, and they'll get their belts. Or
if they're popular enough, I think they get their own. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
I've seen the Hogan wall, so I do know at certain times they have handed them out.
Nice.
This belonged to a very prominent Detroit promotion until it got lost in the move when my promotion shut down, and this was going to be
nice.
This was going to be my world title. But what we were going to do is we're going to put LEDs, and this was going to we're going to take the sticker off, put LEDs, and it was going to light up.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but yeah, because my tag partner had the glasses that they said you could program them. They're Bluetooth. You could program them to say shit on them. And if I was wrestling and he was ringside, they'd say Pete Daddy Dollar on them.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm ordering a couple new things. I'm gonna get a new pair of boots. Because last time my boots rubbed my big toe. It's kind of gross, but I didn't have big toenails for 2 years because my wrestling boots fucked them up so bad because they were too small, and I didn't feel like spending another $200 on another pair of boots. So
that's rough.
Cheap. Oh yeah, dude, I just tape my toes up for every fucking match.
Oh gosh.
Wait.
Oh yeah, well, that and drinking before you go out to the ring, you don't even think about it.
Yeah. So I take it from last night you're a fan of the White Six.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I
don't get it, man. I really don't get it.
It's so creepy, cult leader Bo Dallas. I said it when he was on the roster back in the day. I was like, they're missing something with this kid. There's just something not clicking. They never put him in the right spot, and it's sad that it took his brother Wyndham dying for him to come into his own. But I mean,
is he the one that died in a car wreck a couple years ago?
No, Bray Wyatt is his brother. Wyndham Rotunda is his shoot name. He's Mike Rotunda's son. Him and Bo. Yeah, talk about a wrestling pedigree. Jesus Christ. Mike Rotunda was fucking great. That's a lot of people just remember him as Michael Wall Street and the NWO jobber. But I remember him in the 80s from the Varsity Club. And yeah, dude was good. But yeah,
see, I don't know much about him. Well,
him and Barry Windham dropped the tag titles at Mania 1 to Sheik and Volkov.
Okay. See, I haven't my wife grew up on WWE and I was a WCW kid, and then we stopped watching wrestling before the Attitude Era. So I don't know anything about it, and we just recently everybody was talking about WrestleMania 40, and so I was like, dude, what the heck? Let's just watch it. Let's see what's up. So we started at WrestleMania, and we've been watching ever since. So I'm caught up, a little bit, and I know I hear you guys talking about stuff, Jeff and all them, and so I'm picking up on little bits and pieces here, and it's nice to be able to be know what people are talking about, but at the same time, I'm just
oh, dude. WWE is so top heavy right now with stars. It's and I'm not a Cody Rhodes guy at all. I don't like Cody. I respect what he's
I'm just
done.
Curious why.
I'm just not a fan of him because he's disingenuous. He comes off as disingenuous. Stone Cold Steve Austin, you could believe he was Stone Cold. That was very believable. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, believable. Triple H, believable. Cody Rhodes, I'm not buying him as tough. I'm not buying him as the salt of the earth, every man coming out there in the suits and everything. He's a heel. Okay. His gimmick, he should be a fucking heel. That's unequivocally, he should be a heel. It would work so much better as a heel, but they're insistent because of his story. He's got to be the and I'm all right with it until the well dries up, and then it's you better have and you've got Gunther, you've got Damian Priest, you've got Seth Rollins, you've got Drew McIntyre, you've got CM Punk, you've got LA Knight, you are Logan Paul. I mean, you're fucking. I hate Logan Paul. I don't like him as a person, but this dude took to wrestling, and me and James, my tag partner, said the other night we were talking about Tiffany Stratton. He said she's a female Kurt Angle. Not that she was in the Olympics or she had a broken freaking neck, but Kurt Angle was an amateur wrestler, a Olympic gold medalist, Greco-Roman wrestling. He took to professional wrestling like nobody I'd ever seen before, or probably ever will see again. And then here comes Tiffany Stratton, and here comes Logan Paul. And Tiffany understands the psychology of the business. At 23 years old, not having a background, growing up watching wrestling, not being a fan, she was like figure bodybuilder, figure competitor, and like gymnast. And she is like a freaking Barbie doll that can like kick you in the face. I mean, she's freaking her moveset is amazing, her psychology, her promos. To be a heel at that age and be able to work a really good match with a baby face and carry it is fucking not, it's, you don't see that very often. Being a heel is the most difficult part because you're the fucking general in the ring. You're calling the match, you're calling the spots, you know, so it's a lost art. So to see, especially somebody who's 23 and a female do that, dude, it gives me hope that there are people that are still invested in the business. Yeah, she does some flippy shit, but I don't expect straight power offense out of her. But she can do it. So it's like, I'm a fan, dude. Not only is she fucking bomb in the ring, but she's a smoke show too. So I mean, that never hurts.
So I think
bring on more entertainment. Bring on the entertainment.
I have a feeling that Cody Rhodes is going to lose his belt at SummerSlam.
See, I don't think he's going to lose it. I could be wrong, but I don't think they'll put it on Solo because I like Solo. He's not the head of a faction. I don't buy it, man. And it's like they got that. What's that? Tonga Loa. Holy shit! I don't know if you watched my review last week of SmackDown, but I could have went on for 20 minutes about everything he did wrong in the last 10 minutes of the show during that, like during the brawl. Like everything he did was wrong. Like he had no idea where he's supposed to go. He had no idea what he was doing. No idea where his places were. I mean, he was the guy. The stair shots where they were hitting Randy Orton with the stairs. I mean, I wasn't by. It looked soft as it looked like getting hit with a pillow. Like he had nothing. Like he's not even selling it. Like you've got to sell it like you're murdering this guy. Yeah, you're going to hit him a little bit. You got to. But I mean, you got to sell it. Like Randy's selling it. Like what the fuck are you doing? You're just like, oh my God, I don't want to. It was like there's so much trepidation there. And that's when you have a penchant for injury. Yeah. So that's the problem with him is like if he's not going to keep him at ringside wearing a fucking suit and let Jacob and Solo and what's the other one? Tama Tonga. Oh. Yeah, Jacob, Tama, and Solo and Tonga Loa is the one. And now there's another one they're talking about signing, Hikalu, Anime Night. You know his name? He's the one that's like 6'8". He's the fucking monster.
Dang.
I think that's another
his
one.
His mic's all jacked up. He can't talk.
He can't talk.
Okay. So they've signed every fucking Samoan.
You're talking about the lost. You're talking about the lost art, right? The lost art. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: the thing is that they still have it in sections because if you knew what was coming with Cody, you wouldn't be watching, right? So they're keeping you guessing.
Maybe. So well, buddy mine, me and my buddy were talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I think somewhere that Cody's going to lose a belt to Solo, and that I'm the one that was like, I think SummerSlam. I think he's going to lose at SummerSlam, and then at Bad Blood, they're going to come back with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes together to take out Solo."
I'm waiting for Roman, Jimmy, and Jay to come back, and it'd be Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. Because Jimmy's done nothing since WrestleMania.
Where's he been?
Fuck, he hadn't been on TV. I haven't seen Jimmy at all. It's been Jay, like main event Jey Uso, who's now on the fucking mid card because he's not a main eventer. I don't know if Jimmy's injured or not.
I like Jey Uso.
I like Jay because Jay understands the business.
Yeah.
Jay knows. Jay is, I'm not a fan of his work per se, but I'm a fan of, he's over with the crowd. He's selling merch. There's people that are coming, and this was my video earlier because I did one about the Lyra Valkyria thing. Is she over? She's not over. None of these, not none. There's very few of these people that are actually have gotten over. And getting over means there's people coming to see you. They are coming to the show to watch you specifically. Ain't nobody paying $100 to $200 for a ticket to go see Lyra Valkyria. Nobody outside of Ireland is going. Now, Cody Rhodes, there's people paying to see Cody Rhodes. There's people paying to see LA Knight. There's people paying to see Logan Paul. There's people paying to see Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. They're fucking over. They sell merch. You know what I mean? They've gotten over. The thing is, we don't have the superstars like from the Attitude Era that are bigger than the brand. Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, Foley, Angle. Jericho even they got bigger than the brand. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. Vince didn't want that. They want to control it now because it's just like they want you to recognize the brand.
Yeah.
And these are the parts of the brand. They're interchangeable over time, but follow the brand. That's
right.
where
they don't want another Rock or Cena because they take money off the WWE for themselves. They take money. They do more off brand and make more and making money without any kickback. And plus there's no payback, there's no we're gonna promote you, we're gonna promote this or that, so they really hurt. I mean, nobody's hurt the WWE more than the Rock's I'm gonna do tequila and use my name to make billions, in the movie industry.
Yep.
So you're right, they're not gonna allow that to happen again.
Yeah, they want the brand to be what you're buying, and if you're part of the roster, you also have to be promoting that brand, not just yourself. Yep, that's where it comes. The differences between like the indies and being part of like AEW or WWE or TNA or New Japan or CMLL or any of those. You on the indies, you're the brand because you're selling yourself to these other promotions. Because why am I gonna get booked if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm not drawing a dime for the promoter other than he might need somebody on the card that he's got to pay $10-15 to if I'm just an average worker. Now, if I go to another show and I'm holding the belt somewhere else, I can say I'd like to come into your promotion. I work over here. And if they're from, if you're worth your salt, promoters within 100, 200 miles, they'll know who the fuck you are. They'll have heard of you, social media, whatever, especially social media now, YouTube. Back then it was back in the VHS tapes, territories. That's how you, and this, I showed this off last night. This is No Holds Barred, the one I recorded as a kid. So that's an old school memory. That's out of the tape library I have, but and that's the fun of the indies too, because like it depends. Like if you have like a solid gimmick, you're going to do that gimmick wherever you go. Like I'd see guys, hey, we're working in Detroit together there. We're working in Saginaw next week. And then we're working in Flint on Sunday. Yeah. And these motherfuckers got 3 different gimmicks they're doing. I was always like, man, fuck that. I'm not changing my shit. I did one different gimmick, one different one for one night only in the 10 years I was in the business, and I used the last name Kardashian because we were working in this. I used my middle name, which is Severian, and I used the last name Kardashian. I was like, fuck it, I'll be an Armenian tonight. And we did the whole like Jersey Shore type like gimmick. I was like, I can't do an Italian. I can't do that. Armenian's more my wheelhouse. So, but yeah, I did that one night, and the rest of my career as Pete Daddy Dollar. That was it.
I reckon you can do a Ukrainian deserter.
What the fuck is that? What is that little weasel's fucking name? Zelensky? I am Zelensky's illegitimate son. That motherfucker's isn't he like close to my age? I don't think I'd get away with that. I think he's like close.
Zelensky's 38, I think.
Jesus fucking Christ, he's younger than me.
You're his estranged brother. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm his big brother.
Where's my
Russian front? What an asshole.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
So speaking of wrestling, what do you guys think about Hulk Hogan being on the RNC last night?
That works for me,
I
bro.
thought that was cool.
I thought
like
that was
it.
so funny.
He's writing down notes. I am Zelensky's big brother. He sent me the Russian front. Yeah.
He cut me out a family fortune.
Look,
He chipped me out
Vladimir
with $14
Zelensky,
billion.
just give up now, comrade. Look, there's no hope for you. All right. Nikolai Volkov is my grandfather.
Oh, I miss that Cold War stuff. I miss that so much.
That's what I
Well,
should
that's
do.
the
I
thing,
should,
isn't it? I
I
think
should do a
people missed
Nikita
it too much.
Koloff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, that no, wrestling is it infuriates me. I hate it and I love it at the same time. And it always be it. I never hated it until I got in the business, and it kind of jaded me a little bit. And then it's
nobody
like
hates a fan. Nobody hates anything more than their fans, right? You really want it, the people, because they love it. So if you do, nobody's going to be more disappointed than the fan. Nobody's going to hate it more than the fan. Nobody's going to stand in the rain for 3 hours, wait to find it, and come back next week because you canceled the show unless they're a fan.
Dude, and that's it, bro. That's it. It's dedication. It's dedication.
And if you're not dedicated to the art, how are your fans going to be dedicated to you?
Yep. That's why, like, I joke around, but like I never went half speed when I was in the ring. It was, I was nervous. I remember the first time I ever worked, I was nervous as fuck. So I was wrestling a guy who'd been in it for 10 years and I wasn't even fully trained yet. And he was like, I'll put you over. I'm like, that him giving me the rub like that was, he didn't have to fucking to agree to, put over, somebody who wasn't even trained, but he was like, you're athletic enough. You can do this. You got it. And we went out there and he was the heel. I just let him beat the fuck out of me. I got a few hope spots and I hit a stunner on him and he nutted himself on the top rope, fell down. I hit him with a schoolboy, 1, 2, 3. That was it. I got my shine, and then the motherfucker and his tag partner just started putting the boots to me, kicking me in the back of the head and shit. We got backstage, and he was like, dude, that was fucking great. He goes, good job. I'm like, I'm sitting there just like,
yeah, well,
that was the day.
He's
that
got
was
10 years of being kicked in the head, so.
Yeah, that was the day my boy Brandon sat down next to me, and he looks at me, and he dropped the soft A on me and he gave me a hug. He goes, you're one of the boys now. And I was like,
yeah, you break your cherry. I was like, kicked in.
I said, can I say that to you? He's like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, and I looked around. I'm like, okay, y'all heard that. I can say it, right? I'm like, I need a plaque with writing, a picture of us shaking hands, and 2 forms of ID so I can present this in every locker room I go to. I've got the pass, guys. Got it. It's fine. But no, it was the locker room scene, like is very, like, most locker rooms are very cool. Like you don't get many like guys that are assholes or, standoffish. You shake everybody's hand when you go in. That is the most important thing. Is I don't give a fuck if it's a dude serving popcorn at the front door or the fucking promotion's heavyweight champion. You walk around and you fucking shake everybody's hand and you introduce yourself. That is goddamn you. If you don't do that, oh shit, you got heat right away. They'll give you a pass if you're new and you don't know any better one time, but after that you damn well better greet everybody. And then when you're leaving, you better say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah. It's like we got this. Yeah. It's like we got this weird thing in Australia where we always thank the bus driver,
Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And a lot of foreigners don't do that. But hey, man, I get it. Like, professional sports too. In professional sports, you thank the goal. You don't just thank the goalie on your team. You thank the ref. You think I played junior sports, so Yeah, we take the bus driver, everybody down.
That's I grew up in a small town, so it's like you just polite to everybody. Unlike Joe doesn't have Kamala's
I'm gonna
husband
get dinged for this, but I don't care.
Joe
really
ain't got
funny.
an invite. He ain't got an invite to the cookout.
Darkness, my old friend.
He is never
to talk with you again. Because it usually
I think it showed up for the wrong rally.
Wait, hang on. If you're not worried about copyright, I got one. I think I made of him a while ago. Hang on a second. It's a good one. I put together the short. I did a new short today. I haven't edited it yet, but it is I redid one of the most iconic scenes from the movie Driving Miss Daisy today. So
this should be good.
I filmed it when I was in the car wash. And I will say, climbing back and forth between the center console and the back seat of my truck, it's not as easy as it might seem.
Yeah.
All right, hang on a second. I got it right here. I have to share. Like I said, you'll probably get dinged, but you'll just have to edit it out in post. Just fix it in post.
Okay.
All right, here you ready? You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
The president always says this, which is watch him. And if you watch him, you'll see.
Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
Just watch him. Just watch him.
Don't believe me, just watch.
And if you watch him, you'll see.
And if you watch him, you'll see.
Believe me, just watch. Just watch.
And if you watch him, you'll see.
There you go. I made that like a year ago. Oh, this motherfucker hasn't gotten any better too. I love it. Well, the night after the debate, he was on fire. Yeah, because they shot him full of fucking meth.
He was on fire. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, they shot him full of meth. Gave him some fucking Google Chrome and was like, here's the cue cards. Read off these motherfuckers. And he was like, pow, pow. He was wired. But that only.
They remembered to edit out end quote.
Yeah. They need to do a Kathleen Kennedy. Fade to black. Wait, fade in. What did he just say? Did he glitch? It's sad because this motherfucker he's got dementia, but I think what is that? Sundowners?
Yeah.
It's sundown syndrome. Yeah, 10 to 4, he's fine.
He's got sundowners, man. Sundown. He's got that shit. I mean, it's at this point, it is, and I'm not being facetious. I'm not joking. It's fucking elder abuse. Like, I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like him at all. I think he's a shitty human being. I don't think he's intelligent. I think he's failed upwards for 50 years in Washington and is living proof that politicians there needs to be a age cap for Congress, the Senate. Mandatory retirement. And they don't need to make more than 50 to 60K a year. That's it.
They're way overpaid. And look how much a young president Obama can leverage. You and I can't leverage 400% of our value to buy 3 mansions.
Yep.
Hey, have you guys seen this from a John McAfee's tweet from 2020?
Oh,
Russia's first time traveler has returned. Guess what he said? In September, Biden is medically diagnosed as unfit for office and quits. They discovered that the DNC has legal power to choose a replacement without a national vote. Weird, huh? You'll never guess who they choose.
Gavin Gruesome.
Gavin Gruesome.
Him and him and Big Mike.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I think they're actually going to use Whitmer as his VP. I think they can't.
I would be happy if Whitmer was gone because I live in
Because
Michigan.
Whitmer,
As former Detroit person here, I feel for you. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. That's my hometown. I'm embarrassed.
I think what is it? Who's the one who does all the watch on X? They said that Whitmer and Gazem Newsom have already booked their teams for the DNC. So they expected Joe to be handed a resignation speech.
He's fucking 80. He's 82. I mean, we look at.
He should have been retired.
Hey, has anybody seen the meme? Well, it's not really a meme. It was a clip from the other night at the RNC where it shows Trump, and I think it's Kimberly Guilfoyle behind him, and she's grabbing herself.
Yeah.
Yes. That was beautiful.
Oh.
That was
perfect. The caption that scene was Trump's doing so well, the peas are grabbing themselves.
Yeah, dude, she was like turned out. She's like, this motherfucker.
Somebody was saying
the murderer. This guy's got Angie. Somebody's gonna get satisfied tonight.
She was rubbing a gash.
She's got to be so mortified.
It's like that's a bad time to scratch your hook, sweetheart.
Oh gosh,
that's one way to advertise, isn't it? That you're a little needy. It's got an itch, lady.
you fucking Trump come around, those fucking panties start to get a little bit moist. It's fucking humid in there, apparently. Shit. I loved Hogan over there, though, man. That shit. They tried to kill my president, brother.
Yeah. I forgot to ask, did you see Hogan at the RNC? Because that was classic Hogan. That was like, you wouldn't think he's an old man.
No, he's still got the Hulkamania running through his veins.
Yeah. But again,
I'm amazed he's still walking. I'm amazed with everything happened and everything.
Well, actually, he said he was basically given the word, you got to stop taking this shit or it's just eating your joints.
Yep.
Hey, here's a good meme. Here's a real good meme.
Oh, lay it on us. Lay it.
Hang on. It's loading, you piece of crap computer.
Yep. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
I love it. Oh my God.
That's me at family gatherings when my two liberal sisters are home.
Yo, somebody said Booker T was there with him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Trump was hugging Hogan and Booker T's in the back going.
Yeah.
I saw that picture. I was like, oh shit. Look at Booker T back there.
Here's a good. We can also send the wall up this way.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. Like, can we just, if Trump wins re-election, can we just wall off California?
Yeah, actually, that's a good one right there. Because mine was dumb fuckistan, but this is way better.
Wait,
we should use this name from here on out.
Fuck Tardistan.
Well,
I like that. That works for me.
No, well, see, you don't have to wall off all of Oregon. Most of Oregon just wants to wall off Portland.
Yep.
Build a wall, throw some supplies over there, and say, "See you in 10 years." And just 10 years later, just get the bulldozers and just parking lot.
Speaking of Gavin, we keep coming up with these, and I did shorts on these like a year or two ago. This is a good tourist ad I made for California.
About what's going on in America. Freedom, it's under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to choose, freedom from hate, and the freedom to love. Don't let them...
California.
Freedom.
Holy crap.
So much freedom. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And that was all footage from Los Angeles, the greater Los Angeles area during the Summer of Love. It took me, that was like a minute and 2 seconds. It took me about 2 hours, 3 hours to put all that footage together and all that. I didn't get the audio quite right, but yeah, I was like, oh, this is a perfect ad for, that was when, well, California is better than Florida. Is it though?
I don't think so.
Is it? No,
no.
I think a million people leaving California would disagree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, all those people that the mass exodus from that fucking communist poop riddled fucking dumpster fire of a fucking state.
You know how bad it is in California? More Mexicans leave than enter.
Oh, dude, that's my buddy is from he's originally from Guadalajara. And he said, he's like, dude, he goes, nobody is coming in, they're all going home. He goes, they're leaving.
Yeah. I work with an artist and he's from Mexico, and he says he's saying that people come and leaving. That people not just California, but mostly California. He says the Mexican government is trying to actually stop people from coming back, because you know what happens. They leave prison, they get on a bus and get dumped at the border.
Yep. Yeah. And most of these motherfuckers coming through Mexico now are like Chinese too, which is
yeah. But the thing is, the Mexicans are now complaining that Hondurans are taking over southern Mexico. Wah, wah.
Yeah, ain't this a
bitch? Americans have got a violin to play for you, you know?
I say we just give California back to Mexico and call it even. I mean,
but
at this point,
but the thing is, it was only Southern California was the only part that was actually part of Mexico. The North was independent.
Well, the North is like the best part of California because that's like all the weed and all the conservatives are up there, which is really weird, but that's where it is. Is all it's NorCal. But they
were Spanish settlers, not Mexicans.
Yeah, no, they weren't. No, not that far north.
No, they were. Yeah, Orange County. I forget the original name, but they were all Spanish orange farms. They weren't Mexican avocados and that. No, they were totally different. They came after the between 14th and 17th century. You know.
Yeah. I used to want to go to California because there's a lot of beautiful like places out there, but I got no desire to. None.
No,
like, absolutely none.
There's a thing with Hispanics, how they introduce themselves, like they got 3-4 names. That's actually a hint about where they're from, and
it's regional.
It's regional. It shows their region, you know, and their saints that they follow. But it also all traces back to the, I think, 13 original provinces of Spain. So it's it's a hierarchy without saying your nobility, right? It's a way of establishing their hierarchy with each other. Because if you're not in that community, you have no idea who the Garcias are or the Diegos or anything. So you ain't gonna know shit.
Yeah.
And when you're thinking about Northern California, there's no way you can compare them to the South. They're totally different people. And I think Gavin Newsom is eventually going to face their wrath. I think right now is California's had such a prejudice against the United States since the gold rush. That's what they've been doing. They've been acting out, you know, they've been acting out, right? You know, the abused child, whatever you want to call it, where they want their revenge on the rest of the United States. You know, keep out. You invaded our territory. You broke our sacred space. We had our fun. We had our weird. We had our whores. We had our good times. We had our shoot ups, and then you came along and took it all from us. They also want a little bit of revenge for, you know, flooding California with all the migrants.
Yep.
For the gold rush, and then take it, and then pretty much California lost its prosperity until the golden age of Hollywood. But they're also pissed at that because, again, that's not California's success. And they've imported a bunch of people who've created their own insular success and have taken over. But now that Hollywood's losing its power, you're going to have the people like the Garcias and the Diegos. They're going to start exercising their power. And if you're BLM, you ain't going to be happy. Because they don't like you, boy. They do not like you at all.
Here's a new meme I just found and edited to be good for YouTube.
Yep. First,
I can send you the
Spanish
unedited
crayon.
version if you like, but I'm sure you know what it says.
I think he knows what a Spanish crayon is.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm looking for the Trump gimmick I put on Twitter last week. Because I made a couple Trump gifts. I don't know where the fuck they went though. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, well, look. In all seriousness, like Trump, when the first trigger was pulled, Trump had turned his head. If Trump hadn't turned his head, like that's it. You know, Neo, he dodged a bullet. He did not turn his head at that time. Because it's frame. When the bullet was pulled, when the first shot was detected, he was looking straight, and then he turned his head in the next frame, and that's the impact.
All right, here you go.
Yeah. Facebook actually flagged me for this, the mongrels. I posted that.
Wait, I got another one. Hang on. Where's the other one? There it is right here.
Now it's all about Versace. You copy my style. 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smile. Now I'm back to
5 shots. Oh, you notice the diversity is high. Where's the diversity high? You did not show Middle Team 6.
That fucking Rosie O'Donnell looking potato built bitch. Who let
you
that
mean Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, who let that
Melissa McCarthy
ass fucking potato in there? Jesus Christ. Like, you look at those other guys, those are big ass men. Like, those are big fucking men. And then you look, you got this little fat bitch, and it's
you want somebody who can stop a bullet, not pack a lunch.
God damn, like, why was she not making and distributing sandwiches is my question. Like, that was like, I'm sorry. Like, there's never been a female
hey lady, you want to be useful?
Navy
So
SEAL
comfort the shooter.
for a fucking reason. And somebody wants to say, well, you couldn't do it, though. I don't have to. That's not my fucking job. You know, if my job was to protect the life of a fucking president or former president who happens to be a candidate for the presidency, then I would make sure I was the best trained I could possibly be in peak physical condition. And that's it. That's why, like you said, diversity hires, it's such a bad business model because it just dilutes the pool. And that's not what you need in a position like that.
I think BlackRock, right? They created diversity, created this myth that was going to be all wonderful thing. And then they push it on to everybody. And then they're the first out and they go around hooving up all these broken companies.
Yep.
And
Yeah, well, look
Microsoft, they dumped it. Microsoft dumped it.
Yep, Microsoft just completely disbanded their entire DEI division. They're like,
What happened? What happened?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
good.
what happened just before that? CrowdStrike put out a report. What's in that CrowdStrike report? Why I want to know what's in that report, because CrowdStrike's report, based on that report, despite their high profits, the CEO and the chief security officer diverted themselves of a huge amount of shares. And the next day, their system went boing.
Did you see the guy that was the president of Fandango? I think he offed himself.
No.
He was the guy that was in charge during the whole, I believe it's him, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say this is the guy that used to work for Disney that was in charge of Fandango and Rotten Tomatoes during the whole Captain Marvel thing. If I'm not mistaken, it's him. Yeah, I was like, is this that guy, like that dude? Because I'm like, damn, they're really, if they murked his ass, they're really protecting their shit. We got to protect Captain Marvel at all costs. He knows too much. Jesus Christ, it's a movie.
No,
that's wild.
I think it was more. I think it was a favor. Putting her in was a favor, like, you know, way back in the day when George Clooney's father, when George Clooney cashed in his favor chip, it was a job for his son.
You mean J. Michael Klein?
Okay, J. Michael Klein, I did as a jumper who jumped from like New York Luxury Hotel. A jumper who came out sideways of a window, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many jumpers do you know go sideways out a window?
No,
people who volunteer, right?
Yeah.
He's a
yeet,
but
no yeet, yeet, no yeet.
64 years old, serial entrepreneur, father of 6, Kimberley Hotel, landed in the 3rd floor courtyard.
Who'd he piss off?
Managing partner from Incentive.
Oh, that was fat. This is fast. Apparently.
Okay.
We talked about Anime Night got murked. See that shit?
No.
They got him.
I can't find his career.
Oh,
so sorry.
He's back.
I'm alive. It's gonna take more than that.
His camera keeps like crapping out on him.
It's like
got to be the camera.
It's Bowser and everything. I look and everything's running fine. But
hey, are you running through a like a USB splitter?
That's right. That's what I have.
Try to plug it straight into your computer and see if it works. It could be the USB splitters like jacked up.
You have to run I run my camera and my mic right into my computer, and then I've got like my my keyboard and shit on the splitter and my other memory sticks for my external hard drives.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Definitely
my soundboard.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
My soundboard and everything's through the and the camera's into the laptop, and then everything else is hooked in the USB stuff.
Someone did not want Fandango talking about the whole movie ticket scandal, that's for sure.
So apparently his death is believed to be an apparent suicide. That did not take long.
No, he went sideways out a window. That's obviously suicide, right?
Yeah. So did and Vince Foster committed suicide too, because everybody shoots himself in the back of the head 8 times, you know?
Yeah.
And then leaves an empty gun 5 feet away. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Just
how to get over
Kurt
there.
Cobain.
Oh yeah. And Obama's chef, yeah, he fell into 3 feet of 3 inches of water or some crap.
This is the second time it's happened. The first one fell off a fishing boat off the coast of Mexico. The second one fell face first into a shallow fountain. Get your accidents right. Kurt Cobain, he mistook a double-barreled long shotgun for a bong. Who can? I dare anybody to reach to reach the trigger of a long-barreled shotgun.
He heard that was carbureted, so he was trying to
Yeah.
suck start the carburetor.
Yeah. And then after shooting himself standing up, he just sits down. Yeah. After shooting himself standing up, he sits down. Everybody does that, Certainly to the face. Don't both barrels to the face. Yeah.
To be fair, the human body is capable of anything when it's threatened with the thought of sex with Courtney Love. All right. Look, I've never been in.
I mean, he only admitted that he got married to her when high. He only admitted he got married to her when he was high and thought nobody loved him.
Jesus.
But if you look at the long history, there are other than a couple of genuine suicides, there are a lot of mysterious deaths in the music industry.
Oh, that's like what's it?
Sorry, Hillary, you're not the top of the list.
It's like damn.
BMI says King Hillary's got nothing on me.
Killed the Big Bopper and Richie Valens. These motherfuckers really did. Who else? Big Bopper, Richie Valens. Who else was on the plane? Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly. And the Big Bopper.
All these guys, they sign an amazing deal. They're going to make millions of dollars. They sign their rights and they get on a plane. Who knew that there was a compressed canister of gas in the unsecured in the cargo compartment and a decompressed?
Fucking
what an accident! One in a million.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, same way, helicopter accident.
Again, signs a massive deal and has a massive life insurance coverage.
Yep, that motherfucker. I goddamn, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Goddamn, that man could sing. That guitar. Whew.
Or that girl at the height of the career. She just come out of a clinic. What's the first thing she does? Oh, I'll just go do some drugs in Paris. Yeah.
Which one was that?
She was 27, I think. She was at the height of her career. She's about to do a show.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, she's about to do the show, and yet instead she goes to Paris to do drugs.
Amy Winehouse.
They try to make me go.
And then Paris Hilton disappears for 2 years because she was the one who took her.
Yeah. Well, I had to let Paris down easy. She got dignitized really quick. So
yeah, well, whatever Paris saw in Paris has her sitting down and saying, "I'm not involved in the music industry anymore."
I got Paris Hilton's first CD framed on the wall. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Her first single. What was her first single? Was called "The Stars Are Blind." Oh my god, it was terrible. It wasn't quite as bad as that song "Friday." Remember that? Remember that song?
Oh god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I wanted to drown after hearing.
I'm going to torture my students with that on Fridays in gym. I'm going to play that.
The thing is, I wonder.
Do it.
Are they offered a red pill, blue pill type situation? Let's see. You go spend time with Harvey and Oprah, or you go take some care of business for the Clintons.
Right.
Because there seems to be a lot of suicides going on too, and then there always seems to be a friend or something who's suddenly.
I'm amazed Dan Schneider is still walking.
Of course, the biggest one.
Everything. I'm amazed.
Dan Schneider?
$20 million life
I'm
insurance.
amazed. After everything that came out and all that, I'm amazed he wasn't silenced. I'm amazed right now.
Well,
I'm keeping an eye on.
Yeah, Dan's not on suicide watch. I got to get this other tattoo done. It's all thrown off now with just having the one over here.
Yeah.
I talked to Nelson. We're gonna get the pinhead started though. We're gonna
that's I was one of those two guys on the roof.
Pinhead from here to here on the fucking whole arm.
Yeah.
If I was those guys from the Secret Service Trump detail, I'd be sitting down with Trump and his lawyers and spilling the guts because I think they're going to be taking a swim in the Arkansas River if they're not careful.
You boys ever seen you ever seen Chappaquiddick Bridge? No.
You wanna?
See the other side?
I
On
could
3
imagine
take Kennedy.
I could imagine like the debriefing going on, like the shouting matches going on and everything. Oh my lord, I would have loved to have been in that room.
No.
Like, you guys are fired. And I could just imagine just the level of screaming.
No, I think I know what a look on Trump's face. Like I would have too. So, you know, anybody who says they wouldn't have shit themselves and bloody have their life flash before them is lying.
That lady, that fucking female service lady was like crouched over, like behind them. I'm like, lady, you're supposed to be in front or on the
she could
side.
stop a bait sale.
Jesus Christ. Uh-oh, what do we got going?
Professional slap.
Power slap. Oh my god.
He's out.
Dude,
He hit him right in the first temple.
First slap.
He's out. You have to do it.
I like the
dude got
meme from the
rocked.
sport. You ever wonder why women outlive men, and then they have this? I don't care, lady.
Yeah, that dude got rocked.
Yeah.
He got he had the dually face.
All right, guys.
Yeah, he's gone. Like he's out. Look at that face. That's like, dude. What day is it?
I don't even know what day it is.
What round is it?
Oh, yo, I hear no bell,
Yeah,
I bet you're wondering how I wound up in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
What?
Get ready.
Hey, dude, he hit that motherfucker.
Nice.
He hit him right in the fucking temple. No wonder he knocked him out. You see the size of it? He do have meat hooks for fucking hands.
Yeah, but
Dude's
there
name
are
is
rules.
Dumpling.
Like, you got to confine yourself to that side. So yeah, the temple's just within the range. You can't like.
Yeah, I'd be
You gotta-
fucking. I'd be afraid of one of those motherfuckers hit me.
Siberian farmer named Dumpling.
The Siberian farmer, yeah.
Yeah.
In Russia, they farm
shit.
tanks in
What does he-
Siberia.
What does he farm? Bears?
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, hang on. He's over there. He's like,
Yes.
yes, comrade. I have bear farm in just outside of Moscow. I have many bears on farm. And I learned to slap by slapping bears. I walk up and I say, "Hey, bear, you come here. 1, 2," and I slap the bear, and the bear falls down. I say, "Okay, that was a good slap, Mr. Bear."
Oh, what's this?
Oh, wait.
What's this?
I know this is Sheena. This is Francesca Zabo on the left, isn't it? Or is that Paige Van Zandt? No, it's Paige Van Zandt. Okay. It looked like her legs. I was like, wait a second.
That MMA experience doesn't always translate into slap fighting. Let's see what it does here for 12 gauge.
Talk about having the face of somebody hit.
That's a blowjob face.
That's a slap face. You're like, all right. Oh boy,
Dang, dude.
that's a face that's
Well,
slapped out of shape.
at least we know
Oh,
how much.
gosh.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Find the one with
Hello.
with Sheena and Courtney Olsen. That fucking shit, dude. Sheena knocked her the fuck out.
Nah, point of contact was too low. Half a hand didn't make contact with the face. Lost a lot of power in that.
Paige Van Zant's fine as shit. Her OnlyFans is fire. I've seen the leaks.
Oh, look at her chicken strut. All right.
She's strutting like a damn peacock. She's pissing me off.
See, that's how you measure up. Oh! Nah.
Dang, she didn't even try. She just like
Like, bitch,
that was weak. That was so weak.
She looks like this. She looks exactly like this chick I went to high school with, and she still looks like that. And she's my age. She's 44. Like she looks like she's in her 20s. It's amazing.
Look at that. She just lets it roll off.
Yeah.
Like what?
That was a weak hit.
Oh, that was.
That one really. There wasn't shit to that one.
Bam.
Oh. Ah, take a knee. Take a knee.
Count down. That's it.
She got clocked.
You can see the little pretty birds singing around the... Yep, there they are.
He's like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." God,
no,
dude,
you're concussed.
Yeah.
How are you? You're standing, lady, and I'm amazed you haven't fallen over. No, she got her good. Look at that look.
That look on her face is priceless.
Yeah.
When
she got up, but still,
when you're sucking so much and he blows his load unexpectedly.
Oh my god.
No, that's what the eyeballs got.
Why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? Like she's not like trying to get her aim up.
No.
Because the brain is saying your arm's moving at 50 miles an hour when it's moving at 5. When your brain is that cucumbered, scrambled. But she's also good. She's also got a bit of leeway in her stance. She's not too rigid. Rigid actually transfers more. If you're too rigid in the stance, more power is going to transfer to your head. If you allow yourself to be pushed, that little bit takes a lot of the energy out. She knows what she's doing.
Paige Van Zant should be wearing less clothing.
I agree.
Hey, yes.
And Wolf is going to play it. Oh, look!
Oh,
there goes again. The eye. Look at the eye. On the right eye. Look at the right eye.
Stay down. Oh, I hear no bell.
Yeah, dude.
Huh? What
For
day
real.
is it? What day is it? For real.
This bitch got to go back up there again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
This
my God.
clown.
Look. There you go. That
Like,
last
bro,
one-
you cannot hit.
Vance
what
says,
does
like,
one-handed
I do
sound
this
like?
on the daily.
That last one was a one-handed clap.
I like a girl that can take a shot to the face like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you know if she says get in the oven.
Yeah, she burns a pot roast. She can take that shot. That's like she's built in the 50s with the fucking chin like that.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Some people out there just can't take a joke.
My wife's the one that slaps me.
Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here?
Oh my god, this guy in the fucking oh my god.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Roll.
Yeah. Yeah. That guy's
Oh.
fucking huge. I mean, that dude's big, but like the other guy's fucking huge. Holy shit, bro.
The Hawaiian Hitman.
How many ice cream trucks did he eat?
Dang.
I thought I'm like, wait a minute, are those shoes or hot dog buns? What we got?
Well, it's gone for
He got deducted a point for stepping.
Oh, ouch.
The Hawaiian Hitman. This motherfucker, you don't want to fuck with them dudes. The Hawaiians and them Samoans. You don't fuck with the Hawaiians and Samoans. Those dudes are monsters. Like, to take this guy down, you'd have to run him over with a truck.
No. You have to back up to make sure.
Or shoot the whole island with a laser from space, only missing his house if it had a blue roof.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Hopefully,
I believe it. No, I believe it.
It's not funny, but kind of funny.
Hopefully his roof is the color of his opponent's shirt.
Yeah. Right hand on 3.
These are jokes. YouTube, calm down.
You took that shot a second ago.
All right, here he goes.
Oh my god!
Is it gonna be too rigid?
I have a feeling this is gonna be a fucking murder scene.
Second strongest.
Too rigid to take the impact rather than let it slide. Ooh.
Oh shit!
He was too rigid. He was not happy with that. He hurt him.
Stepping.
Foul.
He rotated off his feet. You can't rotate. Watch the heel. See? Lifted his foot.
Okay. All right.
See?
I didn't know. I didn't realize that. Dude's way too tall. He got to step. He got to get that little bit of reach.
Yeah, because it's almost like a glancing blow because of the height difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'd be different if it was a fucking uppercut, but.
Those guys
1,
in that box right up on the table.
2.
Yo, that dude knocked the sweat out of his head.
Yep.
He was not sweaty, and then as soon as he hit him, pow, there goes the sweat.
Oh yeah.
I hear no bell.
Damn.
All right.
We're
gonna go off the air because we're just done for the evening. We'll go off the air and we can continue to hang out if you guys would like to.
Yeah.
Coffee and gaming tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. I guess not on X because Elon Musk won't let me.
We'll check.
I'll check. Yeah, I'll check. Hopefully. Dude, I really want to go live on X. We would have so many numbers tonight because of like the topics and stuff.
300 last week.
I haven't paid for X yet. I'm going to because the numbers.
I did
on
today
X,
and didn't realize it had to be 24 hours before you go live.
Oh shit! All right, so I'll do it. I'll do it Sunday then.
Yeah,
Sunday
if you
morning.
plan on doing it, try to do it 24 hours before you have to go live.
All right. Yeah, because I got to go to Detroit this weekend. So
nice. All right. Well, buy David's book. Check out Uncle Ruckus's channel, Wrestling with Horror. I don't even know, what do I call you anymore? Pete?
Etep, Pete, whatever you want, man. Yeah, I've said my real name on
Uncle
here.
Etep.
It's Jeff did that Uncle Etep. Jeff did that the other night. That's too close to the frog. No, Jeff did that the other day. He goes, I don't know what to call. I was like, just Pete's fine, bro. I'm like, you know me personally. You can call me by my real. That's fine. I don't care. No, but yeah, just Wrestling with Horror. You can support us on Patreon for $2 a month. You can become a brain buster, get access to everything. We got 2 episodes of Dynamite. We got a commentary for The Crow, 4 episodes of the show after the show. That's patreon.com/wrestlingwithhorror420, which is the channel on YouTube at Wrestling with Horror 420 on X. And I no SmackDown review this week because, like I said, I will be in Detroit tomorrow morning. I'll be doing a live stand-up set at the Fox tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I'm going to a graduation party. But we'll be back for Nitro Monday night. and we'll be doing talking about a bunch of wrestling shit. We got a bunch. I put out a video today about Lyra Valkyria, some Vince Russo comments, and I might record 1 or 2 more tonight before I go to bed to release over the weekend while I'm gone. I've got a rant in me for AEW, I think. So I can do that tonight. But yeah, thanks, man. It's been a blast being here, brother.
Yeah, man. Always. You're always welcome, dude.
Absolutely.
Nice having you.
David's
Thanks,
got a book. You guys should check. Actually, he's got like 3 of them. So buy his book. Anime Night goes live on Sunday nights. We'll be back here in the morning for coffee and gaming, and next Friday night. And I need to be uploading toy videos. I haven't shot any. I need to. I will. I've got too many.
Same. I got some
old man responsibilities to do. It sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yep.
We'll see you guys in the morning. Take care, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir. Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.